This evening, I would like to speak a little bit about loneliness, about what we can do against, but also to share with you ideas and impressions and perhaps also some practical examples. Uh, as I said, I'm Carmen, and now I will open my presentation. I hope it will function. Yes, you see it? Okay. My theme I would like to speak about this evening is virtual neighborhoods against loneliness. Because there's a newcomer just about us, ELOI, that's the name for Institute for Virtual and Face-to-Face Learning in the area of adult education at Ulm in South Germany. We are a non-profit organization founded in 2002. That means we are working since a long time. And we are also the office of the informal education network Danube Networkers, founded in 2008, and the association Danube Networkers for Europe, founded in 2014. And we are supported by a lot of volunteers, and we are working by projects. So, who is affected by the feel of loneliness? First, I have to say that Great Britain was the first state aware of loneliness. And they created in 2018 a Ministry of Loneliness. And later it was Japan. And now there are not ministries, but a lot of state offices working about loneliness. It's called for loneliness, but finally it's not correct. It's against loneliness. And all the studies we have for the moment make known that the feeling of loneliness is increasing, is now bigger and bigger. And it's not the older generation affected, is above all, after Corona, young people between 15 and 30. And this makes perhaps that now state policies are reacting. But just to have a look, there are a lot of people from different ages and from different, how to say, living conditions. It can be seniors which are quite young in the third age, but also seniors now getting older in the fourth age. And it can be seniors in a good health, but also with restricted conditions. Feeling of loneliness seems that also care workers have some problems to contact others because they are related to the care they have, and often they also, by this way, founded on homes where the persons who take care are living. Loneliness is also perhaps a feeling of people who are new in the city or in the neighborhood. But the studies make us know that a lot of people, young people and other ages, living alone or not living alone, but having the feeling to be alone, and not alone, but lonesome, lonely. And there are also some group of migrants or single parents. That means that these persons, above all women, have little children and they cannot go out, and so being at home and not able to decide where to go and what to do, they feel lonely. But I think there are also other people. In any way, this feeling is
Overall.
bigger and bigger. What are the conditions for physical and psychical well-being in all ages? All the studies have the same results. Most important is to be connected with people and not feeling lonely. We all know we should be in all ages be active physically, mentally, socially, and we should share knowledge, interests, and capacities with others, take responsibility for others, and to meet. And to meet, that can be in an analog way or to use digital possibilities which are offered. Causes of loneliness. In former times, family and neighborhood was a normal possibility to be connected. In some countries, and especially in rural areas, it can exist as it has been. But in many countries, in bigger areas, in towns, but also in rural areas and also in neighborhoods around you where you are living, there are less contacts, and it's caused by society change, by rapid changes in demography, in technology, in mobility, in individualism. And the consequences are less stable communities, transitions and breaks in life, pressure to perform and time pressure, superficial networking instead of deep relationships and individualization. These are the results of the studies, inquiries made about it. Loneliness, what it is. It's not to be alone. It's a feeling. You can have many people around you, but you can still feel lonely. People say it's not being alone. It means not feeling seen. This is the definition of loneliness. And what can help against? I just mentioned it, to be in contact. On individual level, feeling of loneliness should not be pushed away. It is very important to have small communities, contacts, instead of many superficial ones, doing something with other, not looking all the time in the mobile. On social level, a place to meet and to create meaningful offers. That can be neighborhood centers, open meeting places, clubs, libraries, cafes, and so on. But not all people are mobile. All people, people with disabilities, single parents, carers, professional time restrictions, and so on. I mentioned some. And so my question today is to discuss with you today, how can digital media help to minimize feelings of loneliness? We have to constate that a lot of people are now using new media. The usage of social media had been increased in the pandemic time, Corona time, also in the field of seniors. Seniors had been the group who had been behind, but now a lot of seniors are using. But not all are aware that the use of new technologies can help to overcome the feeling of loneliness and can in wider context and bring new friendships. And so we would like to make known a little bit this evening and discuss with you your experiences and your ideas. What can be done against loneliness in neighborhoods by digital? Perhaps some of you use interactive maps to bring information, offer search, uh, maps, and so on. This is for the neighborhood, the real neighborhood. But there are also communicative offers with telling stories, coffees, or other interactive actions. And you have a lot of offers in interactive workshops or qualifications given by new media. In the neighborhood around you where you are living, it can be helped to say, I need, and another can respond, I offer 10 minutes caring help or walk dog, or I would like to go in the cinema, but not alone. Who is interested to go with me in the cinema or in theater, or to make known that this evening or this afternoon is some interesting appointment or lecture or meeting in the quarter where you are living. This is digital, how to say, digital meetings joined with analog meetings. And it can be used much more than we do, at least in Germany for the moment. But it can be also that people, for reasons I mentioned, are not able to leave the house, but they need and they like to have contacts with people of the same interest or just or to talk or to make other things. So digital means help to build interest groups and so on. And we, in our frame of Danube Networkers, we try to build up such groups. And since 2020, we try new medical methods and their intelligent integration on an international level in various projects. And you see here some of the projects, and I will present you some more in detail. Our approach is a stable video platform in this time, and this evening it's Zoom with surveys, with reactions, chat, whiteboard, breakout rooms, translation channels, and more. We used Zoom since a long time, but I think we could use Zoom more in interactive way, using this not only video channel to interact and translation, but also to use whiteboard and breakout rooms and so on. We do it sometimes, but I think we could do it more. Objective is to build virtual groups of interest, meet friends, new friends, for and with senior citizens, but also with younger people. We are focused on topics, and it's very important for us. The person is a focal point. That means that the technique is not in our main interest, but the persons who are in and who can be connected by this means and who can give in informations, knowledge, capacities, emotions, and so on. It's following the principle of learning by doing. I give you one example. international come together sessions. We created this format at the beginning in March 2000. No, 2000. Oh, it's an error. 2020. It's the beginning of Corona. Weekly or later monthly, participants from different countries come together, all ages, 50 or 60 participants, all from 6 to 8 countries. And these meetings are made in English, but with consecutive translation into Bulgarian, Romanian, German via Zoom, and later we included Serbian and Ukrainian, as we do all the times in this year and the last year. Motto is from friends for friends. And the interesting thing is that we have not only a lot of participants coming from different countries, but that a part of these participants are also actors. They are actors singing a song or giving a poem or a presentation. And we are discussing about a theme which is dedicated on this evening. And so it's very interactive. And when people are participating not only one evening, but for a longer distance, they get to know others participating. And it's very nice to see at the beginning of a session that they, hey, hello, how you are, and in Bulgaria, how it's going on, and so on. And we know by our evaluations that some of you are not only connected digitally, but from this basic, you found new friends and that you have individual contacts, and some of you also have meetings in reality and meet. And this is wonderful because this is going on from a group to individual connections and feelings and emotions. We have also a lot of workshops and about socially relevant topics for anyone interested in English with consecutive translation, as I said. But we have also conversational groups moderated by native speakers. It's Ushi who spoke about, and she is one of the moderators in the English conversation group, and she can tell about later. And we have such groups. We had it in French and Italian. Italian is not existing more. French is existing, but it's quite independent now. But they made, by example, a meeting with people from the different countries, and they met in Van. And Elena, you had been member of this meeting and of this group. Perhaps you can speak later about why you did it and how it functioned. We had for 2 years a wonderful project on a platform called Vives, virtuell verbunden, virtually connected. It was for seniors in Baden-Württemberg. And now we made an application and we hope to get money to refine and to remake it. It is quite fine because we have a lot of different offers for different type of participants. We had lectures, and by the way, not only lectures by lecturers, but also by seniors or others who brought in their capacities for in some area and made a lecture and discussion after. It can be literature, environment, travel, or so on. We had workshops, and this workshop had been not only mentally interesting, but also emotionally. And we had groups for gymnastic, cooking together, singing online, and playing, and so on. And so you can see this is addressed to people who like to interact with others in a simple but very emotional way. And we have working groups, literature, photography. Myself, I had a film group speaking about films and so on. And the motto was create your own program. And this is also for all digital possibilities we have. Create your own program. You can be actor and you can go out and looking for people helping you to feel better, not alone and not lonesome, but engaged in groups with people of the same interests or the same problems, because you can also step up or join a self-helping group. And you see here, for example, we had on the right is Rosemarie, she's 90 and she's coming from Graz. On the left, it's Anna, she's from Timișoara. And on the left, you see three young women speaking about their initiative of democracy and gender. Here you see us singing together. It's very fine. It was in German songs, but sometimes we are also make international singing groups, and it's fine for all people who like to sing, but especially for elderly because they miss singing, and they say also my voice is not so secure now. I'm not sure if I'm singing well, but singing with you online and hearing the song, because always one person is a singer, I can sing with, and I'm so happy. And I remember a lot of songs I had my childhood or later, and then we speak also about the songs. But sometimes we are also cooking together, you see it, and this is very fine. And it's simple. The recipe must be simple and not cost a lot, but it's always a leader who is introducing what he or she is offering this evening before, and we are selling the materials we need, and then we are all following the indications. And after we are all in our houses on a table and we are eating what we prepared on the space, we are speaking one with the others who are on other tables and also enjoying what they prepared. Some of you are active and can speak later about this. This is an online platform we developed for bringing together people for interest groups, people who have the same interest and like to exchange ideas and discussions and so on. And we have also the possibility to give an offer and I look for and to give answers, to have a special interest for a tandem, to build up a tandem. And some of you know it, some of you will hear now about Vima. This is Virtual Participate Active Danube, because it's a platform dedicated to first to the Danube, how to say, region, but invited are people from all countries and all speeches. And the big challenge and the big, how to say, the big offer we can do with Lima is it's in given in 15 different language. So we have not the problem to need translators, but it's the Google translator who translate. I can write in German, and Vasilka get it on asking for the Bulgarian version. She understands what I am saying and asking, and she can write in Bulgarian, and I can get this answer in German, but Brinduša in Romanian and Dejan in Serbian. And they can respond in their language, and we can all get the response in our language. It seems complicated, but it isn't, not at all. But it helps us to be in contact with people of common interest, but not speaking English. And there are a lot where English is a barrier to speak. And they, because they have not the practice, or because they have never learned English in school, because they learned Russian or other things. And so to share knowledge and provide competences and to discover something new, people, skills, capabilities, is the aim of this platform. And at the same time, it's a contribution to the advancement of digital competences by learning by doing. And here is an example of such interest, a forum with different interest groups. And you can go in, it's without costs, and you can see all contributions without problem. If you like to answer, you have to log in, you have to make how to say advice where you are, but it's not for the public, it's for us. And you can, it's very easily made, and you can take your name, and you can also take surname, and then you are in contact with others, and you can act. This is search and offer, and I think some of you can explain better than I can do now how it's done. But here, just to make known, this is a new interest group we started some days ago about European multilingual digital library collecting and how to say, making known to others, writers, females or males, who are important for my country. I think they are important for my country, and to make known to people from other countries. Go in and you will see the book and the author and some explication about the content and why the person is offering and likes to discuss about this book. And in the middle, you see Camper went through the Danube country. It's me and my husband. We made a camper van tour this year in the Danube region. And I asked before friends from this platform from different countries who can give us some advices, let us know where are nicest places to see, but also very practical things about camping places and so on. And we got from all Danube countries a lot of good indications, and some of these places we discovered, and we got also in contact with the people who indicated these places. And I think this is a very good, how to say, a possibility to discover what is not written in a common and official guide. And you can also, by look and search, find people who are able and willing to make known their town, and to make a personal town tour by someone who is living there and make you know in 2 hours some special points of interest from this person, and not the official guide, but a personal guide is a wonderful thing. And so you can find it by this means of digital connections. The next one is future challenges of all generations. We are just discussing about this theme with a lot of people, and you are invited also to give your opinion or your answer, or to give new ideas in this interest group. So you see, you can follow an interest group, you can participate, but you can also offer and initiate an interest group, or you can go in a discussion forum. And here you see it's from a personal my Vima. It's my personal. I have my profile, settings, chats, discussions, interest groups, and so on. And it's also very fine that we have a chat, and so I can also chatting with one of these persons. These are other applications in the platform, but also of interest, news, events, and cooperation partners. And now we are quite new in our going forward to use digital tools, and we created a tandem project, Young and Old Digitally Connected. It's in this case a connection between students from Danube countries, and especially from Ukraine, and seniors from Germany. The youngers are learning German, but in their country, they haven't the possibility to activate these language knowledges. And especially in Ukraine, for the moment, nobody is coming visiting Ukraine. So we had the idea to ask seniors to give us 1 hour, 45 minutes to 1 hour in the weekly, to have an encounter over Zoom or other video conference system to speak with such a younger student, pupil or student. And the youngers are activating their knowledge and of German, but they are also speaking and asking about life conditions in Germany, and but about hobbies of the others and so on. But we discovered by our evaluation that also the seniors take profit of this kind of tandem. And additionally, we have presentations with themes of interest to discuss by a young and old group, and we have learn coach and so on. And we would like to invite us this kind of connection digitally by older and younger. And I know that this evening there are also participating someone who is in such a tandem, and it would be fine to make us known your impressions about. And if I'm right to say, join us and raise your voice and get in contact with others in interest groups, in personal ways, in Alt-Jung projects, and so on. Loneliness. This is one of examples. There are existing a lot of platforms. In time of Corona, we were all trying to use this, and these and other digital tools. And we had been excited about the opportunities which are created by digital tools. And our experience had been very positive to build up virtual neighborhoods and networks. And this is a way we think it's not that loneliness disappears completely. This is not made by this form of connections. And better is to connect or to join digital connections to analog meetings. But as I said at the beginning, it's not always possible. And so digital tools can help us to overcome loneliness. And I think we have to use it and we have to make known to others that this is a way to be not alone and not lonesome, but in a strong community. And this for people of all age groups. And it's up to you to be actor or to be a listener, to be together with people of your own age, or if you like to get to meet some person of another age, another country. We have a lot of possibilities for self-determined practice of digital tools, and I hope that we will use it and help others to come in for to make bigger the network of friends locally, but also over beyond frontiers. This was my, how to say, my wish to make you known this evening and to discuss with you, to ask you to speak about your experiences and to let us discuss also how we can foster these possibilities of use of digital medias. We know all that there are many risks that young people, but also some elderly, are using it too much, too extensive. And we know all that there are a lot of fake news, but we think there are also some of good practice we can take profit on, but we have to make known them and to practice them. So I stop my introductory speech. And thanks once more to all who have contributed to this evening. Bye bye.